Hey everyone, this is Sohini from Dabble, and in this tutorial you'll learn how to use GitHub to create an API for your Alexa skill. To know this trick, you need to keep watching the rest of the video. Thank you. To get started, we'll move to skilltemplates.com and we'll go to remote API example. So we already have a template that can be used to fetch data from any API. So let's use this template from skilltemplates.com, and this is gonna take some time. So first it's gonna ask you for permission. So this is our one-click website from where you can deploy the templates to your Alexa developer console directly. So this is gonna take some time, and so we're gonna fast forward in here to save the time. Yeah, that's it, and it's done. So as soon as this gets done, you receive an email that says that your skill was deployed. So once this is deployed, you can go to your Alexa developer console and just run a refresh. This is your template. Now I'm going to open this up, and I would check the invocation name, it's template 2, and move to the code. So in here, okay, so this is an API that the skill uses primarily to demonstrate you the purpose of using a remote API in our Alexa skill. But we're not gonna be using this. We would use our API that we'd create in our GitHub repo as an API in our Alexa skill. So before doing that, let's just go to test and check if the skill is working fine. So on clicking test, I've opened this in a new tab, and we'll go to development. So now let's check on template 2. See what it gives us.
There are currently 7 astronauts in space. Their names are Sergei Rybakov, Kate Rubins, Sergei Kutsverchkov, Mike Hopkins, Victor Glover, Shannon Walker, and Soichi Mikuchi.
Okay, so this comes from this API. So if you open this API directly, you'll be able to see these names pretty simply in here. So once this is working, so now what we're gonna do is go to our GitHub repo. So this is a repo that I had created a long time back. I used this in my stream, so for a detailed explanation of this entire tutorial, you can follow that. So now this is the repo that I created inside of Dabble. So this is the name of my repo, and these are the files. So I just created a JSON file in here, and today I'm gonna be using items for sale.json for my skill. So this is a JSON that I created, and I wanted to fetch these data in my Alexa skill. So this is what I meant when I referred to using GitHub to create an API. So what is an API? Basically, it's just a pretty JSON file. It's got all these entities and keys which can be fetched quite easily. So now if you go to raw, so this is the URL that's gonna act as an API. So I'm gonna copy this, and I would go to my code and I will paste it in here. So that is it, and after that I would love to remove this because we wouldn't be using this. And to save some time, I thought maybe I should just copy and paste this one line. So what I did basically is this URL has got these things, so I want the name and price of all the 4 items that I have. So for that I just replace the entire section with this and a for each loop to iterate over the entire JSON, and this is gonna give me the details that I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit on deploy, and In the testing console, I would run a refresh meanwhile. Now this is gonna get deployed and I'm gonna try out. Cool, it's deployed. Now I would like to just do template 2.
Sony's sale box has 4 items for sale currently. The items are Sony Bravia, which should be selling at 26,000 rupees. Samsung Galaxy tablet, which should be selling at 20,000 rupees. IFB microwave, which should be selling at 15,000 rupees. Bose Revolve 360, which should be selling at 15,000 rupees.
Yeah, so these were the things that it picked up from my customized API, which I created in minutes, in seconds, and then through the help of a for each loop and a simple output speech statement, I could just retrieve the entire data. So that was my main motive, actually, because in most of the cases what happens is we have to create a API writing long lines of code, or because sometimes we would just want to test it out and we would just want to dabble around with it, and we would want a shorter process to get the API done in order for our application to run. And I think GitHub is a very cool trick which you can use in your mini projects or maybe large scale projects. Depends on your need. So I thought maybe letting you know about it. So that's all for today in this tutorial. If you really like this, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.